Hey guys, it's Nexus here about, well, do something that I'm not exactly fully comfortable with, but I'm getting used to it. But anyway, this video here is about, well, some questions which have been asked on my social media. I kind of put a post up there a little while ago asking if I was going to do see if I could do a video like this and see what kind of questions you guys wanted me to answer. So I've gotten a bunch of questions. I got a bunch of questions that I'll just arbitrarily throw out there, and then we'll get on to the other questions. I'll answer them, and then they'll all be happy. And I'll try to mention the people who have given me the questions, so in editing I can put your guys' logo or something beside the question, so that that's taken care of. Okay. All right. Let's. Well, first off, if you are watching me for the first time, hi. I'm NeusNexus. I'm a gamer. Try to do as best I can to make interesting gaming videos, things like that. Try to do let's plays, try to do a little something each, and also my interview videos, which you probably have seen at some point or have become involved in. I guess really the first question, which I'm kind of throwing for myself, is why do I game? Well, I game for the reasons that pretty much everybody else does. I game to de-stress. I game to get enjoyment out of my day, so that, pass time, get away from the basic things that we have to deal with in life, bills and all that fun stuff, which I'm not going to talk about too much because, well, hey, we all don't want to listen to it. So, but anyway, I'm not going to really dwell on that question too much, but we'll now go to the first question, which was suggested to me by Wolfcap-san, aka Sean, who's my Patreon supporter and pretty close friend of mine. His question was, who is your biggest inspiration, both content-wise and in general? Let's see. In general, I guess my biggest inspiration would probably be my dad, because that's pretty much why I kind of do the channel and stuff. Because he was very, well, he was kind of the only man. He was my father figure, and he was just kind of strong, and he did what he needed to do to get through life, and that's kind of what I want to do in my own way. Content-wise, my inspiration probably would be actually, well, I a lot of people say the bigger YouTubers, which yes, they are a big inspiration. I think the person I most get my inspiration from, as coy as it is, Markiplier, because, well, he's a goofball and I'm a goofball, and I've watched him for a while, and it just kind of his antics and kind of letting him have fun with the games that he does is really kind of inspiration to me, because then it's like I can be a goof myself and get there and just kind of just whoosh and do things and play like that. And I'm trying to work on being more talkative as he is, because in some of my videos I'm like silence. But that's the thing there. And, well, I would say that he is my biggest inspiration, and pretty much all the bigger ones. Jacksepticeye has become a big inspiration to me, because he's loud and loudmouth, and he doesn't really give a fuck, essentially. Okay, moving on to the next question would be done by Pico. Great guy. His question was, what made you want to do streaming? Well, I think the main reason I like to do streaming is, I guess, the interaction with people who are watching, because sometimes there are these great little moments between you and someone else watching what you're doing, and because either you can be doing something great or you can do something idiotic and they comment on it, and I feel it kind of brings it together in the whole experience of streaming, because then people are like, they say, hey, I had a great time, because you're having a great time, and I really enjoy that. And so when I stream, I try to hopefully have at least one person watching me, and because then I can have the interaction, and it kind of makes me pumped and wanting to keep going and do more and stuff like that. So that's pretty much why I like to do streaming. Want to do streaming, yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's see. This one is given to me by Crimson Studios, aka Ryan. Shout out to you. Hi. The question was, what was your goal for your channel this year? That's one of the first questions. The goal this year is to increase retention on my videos, and to also kind of engage more with the community. I like comments. I love comments, because I love responding to them, kind of give my quirk on it, especially if it's a funny comment or they're commenting on something I did or didn't do, then I know, hey, I can improve that on the next video and stuff like that. Is really this year is not really sub count, even though I'm quite happy where I am right now with sub count. I'd be more happier if I had more of a retention and seeing more people watching my videos, and I kind of want to improve. The main thing of this year is to improve myself. What's something new you want to try? I think the main thing I really want to do more of is probably kind of the interviewing kind of stuff. It's been kind of suggested to me that apparently I kind of have a really chill back, laid attitude when it comes to certain things, and so some of my interviews, people were like really like watching them because I just get down to earth. I kind of get to the things. So I'm kind of maybe going to do something more about that. There's actually a video series I'll be doing later this year. I can't really talk about it right now, but it's related to interview with a gamer, or IWAG as I call it. So thanks, great question. Okay, the next bunch of questions have been suggested by Tash the Cat, and some of them were actually originally viewed towards him, but they were suggested by Kintail Fox as well. Okay, what's the first one here? Okay. What's your all-time favorite game? Oh God, you're asking me this question. Game of all time that I really, really enjoy would have to have been, as coy as it is, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was my absolute favorite game when I was growing up. I don't know, just because the adventure and the dungeon design and stuff like that, it was really something new to me when I was younger, and I really liked it. So it kind of sticks into my mind as one of my favorite games of all time, and I'll eventually play it on the channel if my computer will play it properly. Okay, here's a random one. If you had to have any kind of Skittle flavor this very second, what would you choose? Probably green apple. I don't know. I'm liking the green apple flavor for Skittles. I just don't know where that kind of question came from, but it's like I thought it was amusing, so I thought, yeah, I'll answer it. What's the weirdest thing you've ever done in a game? I think the weirdest thing I've really ever done in a game was I mocked the characters that I was playing. And I can't really remember. Let's see, what game was it? Yes, Final Fantasy VII. I was mocking Barrett for some strange reason. I was younger. I was mocking him. I was just, going with a brutish face and just kept mocking all the words he was saying. And I did this to myself. No one's going to see it because I never really recorded, because I was probably, Jesus, I can't even remember how old I was at the time. But I was just playing it in my room and just was mocking him for no reason to myself. And I found that was probably the weirdest thing I've ever done. Well, that without being on cam, but probably on cam would probably have been, well, not really on cam, I guess on stream. There's a video a little while ago of where I was chasing somebody in PUBG. That's really the second weirdest thing I've ever done, because I chased him for a good 10 to 15 minutes and I wasn't giving up. My thumbs hurt because of it, but I'll have to link to the annotations of that video. But it was hilarious how long I was actually following that son of a bitch. Okay, another question. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? I'm guessing kind of the meaning towards this question is if I had to start YouTube all over again, would I do it? Absolutely, I would do it. That, but I also do it in slow steps, really, because, well, I didn't really get serious about YouTube till about probably maybe 1 or 2 years ago now, and when I actually got the recording software for recording stuff. And well, I didn't really have much of a viewership at that time, so I guess I would really start small again and then kind of enjoy the experience again, really, if I had to, though I don't really see the channel doing anything bad at the moment for me to want to have to start again, unless somehow I get community strikes on this video. Hope not. Okay. Do you believe in magic? Well, that's a really interesting question. I think it's really the eye of the beholder about magic. I believe that there is something towards that, good movie series that I watched with my wife recently, again, would be Do You See and Do You See 2? That kind of reignited the whole love of magic for me because, well, illusions and stuff like that. But it was really good movies. If you haven't seen them, I recommend watching them. They're really good. What is your favorite curse word or phrase? Oh, God. If you watched my Dead Space series, it's basically fuck you or you son of a bitch. I think those are my favorite curse words because they're just the normal ones I use all the time. Especially if something's bad happening to me in a game or something like that, I usually curse them off because, what better is there to do? Let's see here. If you could achieve one thing related to your channel in your whole life, what would it be and how will you achieve it? Ooh. Achieve one thing related to my channel. I think the main thing that I would like to, in my whole life, if I was able to the channel, is kind of get to a point of every time I post a video that I see that it is getting decent views. I like that people actually see my content through and through. Because I work a lot, as you guys maybe not know. I work about 10 out of 14 days now because I work at a back shift job, and I don't have that much time to record and stuff like that. So when I put my effort in, I try to put as much effort as I can into videos. And so if I could get views up and retention time up, that'd be the one thing. And I'm going to achieve it probably by trying to get feedback about what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and improve the content from there. That's what I think I would want to do. Okay. And this one, okay, one of the last questions they give me, and then I'll come into my own personal questions, so I'll let you know about. If you could add something to your current favorite game to make it better, what would it be? As I was talking about Zelda, Ocarina of Time, what would I add to it? To make it better? That's a really deep question. I think that what I would have done is to add more dungeons to it, I guess. I know that some people are like, dungeons are the worst part, but I think if they added a little bit more dungeon depth to what you had to do to complete each dungeon, maybe, and maybe improve the mechanics that way. Yeah, but I know people are like trying to curse me in the comments right now going, you should never change Ocarina of Time. Yeah. And then I never will, but I'm just saying that was maybe my suggestion. Another question, would you ever consider doing a podcast? I have done podcasts. You probably don't know about it because it was like a while ago, but it was suggested to me that I should probably do some again, and I will try to organize one very, very soon because I do love doing podcasts and talking to people about certain games and stuff like that, so I look forward to that. Okay, so another question that I kind of saw that was from my Facebook. Do you have any special abilities or talents that you don't really use on camera? Not really. I do voices sometimes because, well, if it adds to the clarity of it, I do. Oh god, let's see what I can pull off here. Try to warm my voice up for that one. Yeah, there we go. That's one thing I can actually put more into words, like son of a bitch. That one. Sometimes I do really bad accents, like "Hello there, mate. How you doing today?" Let's see here. I'm trying to think of another one that oh yes, one that makes people very, very uncomfortable, which I might use at some point. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this thing over here? Oh my goodness. I used that in PropHunt once, and people are like, oh. That's the other thing there. I think I'll maybe do one more question because I really don't know if this is going to be really interesting to watch, so I'll do one more question. Is there anything... Oh, there it is. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to kind of hype up coming to the channel soon? Yes. The one thing that I would say I'm really going to be bringing to the channel very soon is Evil Within 2, because I really need to get back into that. I kind of want to finish Dead Space first. just because of that. But then also I picked up Bioshock Collection, and I'll be playing that in episodic format, so that'll be coming up very, very soon. I guess I'll kind of end this video off by asking you guys a question. What do you like about my content? Is it the edits I put in, or the effort I put in? So with that, I want to leave your question answers for that in the comments below. But anyway, I'm going to end this video off by saying this Canadian here, shooting for your bacon. See you later, guys.